Right, okay, so this is for anybody doing coilovers on a Vectra C VXR with IDS, which these are knackered. Right, basically somebody's put, I'm going to say they're 4-cylinder petrol lowering springs in a VXR. I don't know why you'd do that, but as you can see, my finger's in there somewhere, the shock is, she's done. So basically, like, I believe the previous owner just put these in just to get it through the MOT, but it was so bad. I think you'd be lucky if there was an inch of travel on it, just currently smashing off the bump stops. So yeah, basically we got a set of Stance Plus coilovers, but before I made a mistake, before I opened the box, I seen this, and obviously what I'm used to is knocking this off of the bottom of the shock, yada yada yada. Well, obviously you've got the IDS thing there, which you can't do that. So then comes the moment when you go, oh no, I haven't got the right bits. Well, Stance Plus, in their greatness as always, have got this on it. And basically what they've done is they've mirrored this bracket on both sides. So if there was to be anything there, then yeah, you could put it on. But obviously that's because it can be left or right. Right, so IDS plug, which sort of fried me a little bit. Obviously that sits on there like that. So you just slide that up and off. And this black thing here, what you'll see, so I'm trying, it's under tension. So this there lines up with this slot. So don't just try yanking it out because you will strip it and break it. Slide this little clip back, rotate it anti-clockwise a little bit, and wherever it's gone, bear with me, I've lost it, there it is. That little one just slides up and out. So yeah, don't go yanking and prying on it because you don't need to. You just got to rotate this black clip and it'll just slide out. Then obviously you've got your two big main pinch bolts. Make sure you support the weight, because otherwise all this is just going to fall that way and you're going to end up yanking your wires out. On the VXR, for some reason, this was an absolute pain in the neck because, again, I made an amateur move. I only got one side jacked up, so obviously now the anti-roll bar's trying to flex on itself, and I couldn't move this for love nor money. Prying on it, the jack handle wasn't moving, so jack the passenger side up, let them hang, tiny bit of pressure, and it just popped straight out. Yeah, so far that's where we're at. And going back in, obviously same in reverse, what I normally do. I mean, all I've got left to do is the top three. I always build the units on the floor, and then obviously up into the top first. Get them just finger tight so that you've got a little bit of movement to move yourself around to get it back into this. But yeah, and it is very straightforward. So don't be afraid of getting into there if you've got one of these. They are very simple. And the size of the bloody brakes on it, I mean, that's my hand, and I haven't got small hands. They are flipping huge. But yeah, right, so I'll bring you back in on the way back to being finished on this side. Yeah, don't be afraid, just get in and do it. They are simple. If not, YouTube. There's people like me out there that will show you how to do it. I'm not saying I'm professional, by no shadow of a doubt, but just take time, go slow, and you'll be all right. I'll see you when it's built. Cheers. Okay, so going back to what I was saying about the crap travel of these things, you can see evidence on the springs that where they've been compressing so much, and even to the point of pinching the dust cover. So oh yeah, they're goosed. Absolutely foobarred. So yeah, don't put the wrong springs in your car, especially if you're lowering them. You can see around, I don't know if you can see the deformation. Yeah, there you go, just see it in the light. That there's like where it's blown out here, where it's just been hit so hard. This whole cap is starting to deform, which is causing it to obviously leak all that crap. But it's a genuine GM shock. Sachs So yeah, it's not done too bad. I suppose if these springs weren't put on, it would have been alright, but never mind. Anyway, she's out. Let's go get the new one in. Right, okay, again, skipped a few steps, but covered it really in the first one. Right, so what I did find is with the, on the standard one, you've got this little bracket here, and that little bolt is threaded into this thing. But on the Stance Plus, there's no thread. So this normally slides onto that. So what I've done is use the little gap in here to slide it down onto there, and trust me, that's not going anywhere. And just cable tied that to that. Nothing's going to touch anything, nothing's in the way. That is absolutely not going to come off of there. I'm not going crazy low. I mean, that's probably what, 40 mil thread maybe showing. I have taken a measurement, don't worry. That was a piece of piss to get back in. They were easy to get back in. I just had to push on here to obviously seat it back as far as it will go, so that any kind of alignment is going to be true on both sides. So yeah, that's what I was on about with the double bracket. So they're handed both, you know, left or right. But yeah, absolute shout out to Stance Plus, because these were an absolute breeze. New top mounts installed as well, just because obviously with the absolute hammering that the old shocks had taken, I can guarantee they're going to be knackered. So yeah, shout out Stance Plus. Absolutely rate these guys. It's about the third or fourth set I've put in. The ride quality is really good for the applications I've put in. I mean, I've found that this is probably about the most comfortable for them, obviously, because you've still got a little bit of the Exister spring, and then you've got the big boy. I mean, if you want to sit it on its backside, then, you know, it's your choice. But I normally find with these Stance Plus, if you have them all the way up, they're, you know, the ride's quite hard. If you have them all the way down, the ride's quite hard. So I normally go about midway, and I normally find that the ride quality is actually really good. I put them on an M Sport E60, and to be honest, the only thing that I noticed the difference about the E60 with the stances on is the shock rate was ever so slightly more, but the spring rate didn't seem much more. So it was still an absolute daily usable thing, but you could also slam it on its ring if you wanted to. But no, absolutely, if you want to try them out, Stance Plus, mate, all day long. All day long. I mean, for under 300 quid, what do you want? You can spend £1,000 more than that and go for, I don't know, whatever, BCs and stuff like that. But as much as they're more adjustable, absolutely, and probably top quality being BCs, but ride quality as a budget coilover, absolutely rate stances. Some might not agree. The worst ones I ever had was actually, that was on a Vectra C, were JOMs. Oh, my pelvis. They were, I raised the front up because it was so low. There was just no give in it, absolutely nothing. You know, you run over a horsehair on the road and it'd smash your teeth out. But these are really good. But yeah, so rinse and repeat on the other side, and once it's down on the ground, I'll get you back in, we'll have a look. Cheers.